Welcome to Monday edition of
Help, please.
Help Please.
What?
Oh, you stinker. Welcome to a Monday, 4th of July edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Baptist Orthopedic Clinic, and Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Do business with someone you know, Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Hey, you want to come say hi to Dad Show?
No.
Oh, come here. Come say hi to Dad Show. They haven't got to see you in so long. Stinker. He gone. Gone. All right, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a 4th of July edition here. Woke up around 7, let the dogs out, laid back down, and it was like 9:10. I was like, ooh, your boy needed some rest. Got him. All right. So, let's see. Let me know what y'all got on the docket today. Football Tigers landed another commitment. So, Brian Polian, LSU's special teams coach, recruiting coordinator, tweeted yesterday, July is going to be a blast. We're kicking it off the right way. And, sorry, one moment. Boom. Okay, so newest commit came in yesterday, Joshua Mickens. So this is football, right? Another defensive lineman, edge rusher out of the state of Indiana. 4-star, 6'5", 225, the number 164 overall prospect, 18th best edge rusher, number 2 player in Indiana. Picked LSU over North Carolina, Akron, Ball State, Boston College. Not a impressive list, but he's a 4-star and the number 2 player in the state. So they keep leveraging some previous relationships. If you heard Shay Dixon on AFR, Shay was with us on Thursday for an hour on AFR. And we clipped that and we're going to put it on the AFR LSU YouTube channel, like segment by segment. So the first segment we talked about like the overall perspective and strategy so far, Brian Kelly's recruiting stuff. And then the second segment was like NIL. Sorry. Second segment was NIL, and then we answered questions. So we're going to do like in 3 segments. So we'll post it on the AFR LSU YouTube channels. But one of the things that Jay said was, specifically with defensive linemen, was look, Jamar Cain was already recruiting at Oklahoma. And so he was recruiting these top-tier defensive linemen at Oklahoma, so he already had a lot of relationships, whereas some of the other position coaches that are coming in are recruiting players at LSU that maybe they weren't recruiting at their previous stop. Like, we talked to Joe Sloan last week. Joe Sloan isn't going to be recruiting the same types of quarterbacks to LSU that he was to Louisiana Tech, right? But Jamar Cain was at Oklahoma, so you bring him over. He already had relationships with some of these top guys. Now he says, hey, look, just come to LSU, new staff at Oklahoma's come with me to LSU. Same, high-level football, SEC, yada, yada. So that's why I think you're seeing a lot of the defensive linemen start to pop off a little bit here. So, all right, we'll say some good mornings. Let me know what y'all got. Fire away as always. Truax, what's good, man? Ryan, Amanda Guidry, Bubba Tatum, happy 4th. Going to Disney to see some fireworks tonight. Okay. Kelly Gross, Lon Hamilton, good morning. Samuel Merrifield, good morning. Hey, Matt, what are you grilling, by the way? Are you a Traeger fan? What brand grill you use? So Traegers are fine. Yep. I have a Bowl stainless steel grill in the outdoor kitchen. So today just burgers, hot dogs, chicken ribs, stuff like that. We got so my sister who lives in Kansas, she and her husband and their kiddos are in town, so they're coming over today with my parents, and so we're gonna. Drew just went back. I heard him go. There she is. I saw Erica in bed. There she is. So I'm sure like the kids will want to eat hot dogs and stuff. I just find hot dogs offensive. I know that hot dogs are like part of what you're supposed to do on the 4th of July, but the only time I will ever eat a hot dog is if I'm at a baseball game. And even then, their options, concession options are so much better now. Like, who wants a hot dog? Anyway. All right, let's see. Jason Austin, John DeRoche, happy Treason Day. Brian Wynn, good morning. Happy 4th. Yeah, great to see you, Brian. Absolutely. So yesterday we were at, we went to the Kenilworth Parade with Drew, and we're walking down the street, and I hear someone say, hi, Drew. We had Drew in the wagon, so he say, hi, Drew. And I look over, and we kind of wave at this couple that are sitting right there in their chairs, and I stop and like, I recognize that dude. I go, Brian? It's like, yes. It was Brian Wynn. I saw Brian at an LSU basketball game this past season as well. When we took Drew to a basketball game, and he just wanted to he walked around. You know, like at the PMAC, there's the interior concourse, not where the concession stands are, but like where inside where the seating area is, like there's the level, the concourse where you just walk the whole thing. He walked that thing like 10 times. So, and so we saw Brian spotted us when we were there. So we said hello then. So great seeing you as well, Brian. Very nice to meet your wife as well. Wimbledon. We don't have a sports center anywhere. Is it just Wimbledon? No sports center? I mean, come on. What are we doing here, guys? Oh, there we go. Okay. Thank you. All right. Where are we? Samuel Merrifield saw mock where Gavin Guidry going in the 70s. Well, keep this in mind, Samuel. So look, if he goes, any player that is taken in the top 10 rounds is going to sign because you've agreed on that dollar amount. Okay, before the team takes you, you've agreed to take the dollar amount that they're giving you. So if your name is called in the top 10 rounds, you're signing. It is very rare that any player is taken in the top 10 rounds and does not sign. It's something like what happened last year with Kumar Rocker, where they had agreed upon a number. They came back and didn't like his medical, and so they tried to get him less. He was like, bleep you, and so he didn't sign. That's rare. Okay, 70s, like the 40 is the cutoff right around $2 million as far as slot value. So the Dodgers have the 40th pick, and it's 195. So I've been told Gavin Guidry's number is $2 million. So 70 is... The Rays picked 70th at $952K. Basically, the question is, will guys stick to their number? Like, let's say you start getting into the 40s or the 50s or the 60s or the 70s, and Gavin Guidry's phone rings, and they say, hey, your slot value here is $952K. Will you take $1 million? Will you take 1.1? Well, now the question is, what does he want to do? Does he really want to stick to his number of $2 million and not sign? Or does he want to start a pro career, take $1 million? You know, that's the decision those guys are going to have to make. And that's why it's like, it's kind of a 50-50 proposition for some of those guys where you wonder how firm they are on their number. Like, Dylan Cruz was firm on his number. He knew what he wanted. He didn't get it. So he's like, I'll go spend 3 years at LSU and be the number 1 pick when I come out. And that's going to work out for him. Alex Bregman was firm. If he didn't go in round 1, don't take him because he's not signing. Well, he didn't. Came to LSU. Was the 2nd overall pick. It worked out, right? Like, you see that sometimes. So, Landon Marceau. Landon Marceau passed on one. I think it was just a hair under 2, but didn't get his number, so he came to campus. Like some guys don't get their number and they stay to it and they come to campus. So we'll see what the deal is with Gavin. Coming up in a couple weeks, man. Draft is so late this year. All right. Hunter Fournette, Kirk Taylor, good morning. John Melanson, Trivia Carter, Elite Goods, T-Hen, what's up? Why isn't it up yet? Why isn't what up yet? Larry Garner, what's going on? Donald A. Me, Tad Page, Michael Merritt, good morning. Wes Bolich, good morning. Haven't watched in a hot minute. Any GameCoin updates? Yes, as a matter of fact. So we have, with our smart contract, successfully minted NFTs. You can mint an NFT on the platform. It's not live. The platform is not live, but the NFT minter is functional, which is great news. And the process that has taken the most time is building out the wireframes and then trying to ingest the smart contract into the wireframes. But yes, I mean, it's coming along awesome. So very, 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 very exciting as we get closer. We are going to be doing, by the way, Wes, an AMA coming up again soon with David and with one of the developers to answer more like functional and technical questions so y'all can hear like what the under the hood of the car stuff has been going on. Let's see, Kurt, we're going to double today, getting that money before the big move on Sunday. All right, Kurt, get it, man. Respect. Brant Roban, morning Scone, made it the whole 17. They got drenched, absolute downpour. One last day before beach, then back to Knoxville. Happy 4th to you and your family. All right, Brant, same to you and yours, man. Hunter Fournette, I was curious, saw some rumblings in the Twitter sphere about more good news for baseball. Any ideas? Yeah, I've been telling y'all they were eyeing pitchers in the Cape. There's I'm not going to give you a name out of respect, but there is a pitcher with Louisiana ties. It is not I'm blanking. Southern Miss, I'm blanking. Kid from Zachary, I'm blanking. Anyway, it's not him. I think he's probably going to stay at Southern Miss. Hang on. Tanner Hall. Oh my God. Why did I just blank on that? Tanner Hall. It's not Tanner Hall. Sorry. Dustin Blanchard, happy 4th. Xander 52. Biggest difference between this coaching staff and the previous? Competency, organization, history of success, communication. I could go on and on and on. Cliff Nelson, good morning. Brad David, how long does it take to prepare for your radio show? Do you ever worry during the summer when it's slow there won't be enough topics to fill the entire show? Brad, are you, I can't tell if you're serious or if you're trolling. So anyway, my general rule, Brad, is that for every hour that I'm on air, I prep for 2. So for a 3-hour show, I prep for 6. Some days that varies because some days you have things locked in. Like I don't look at my show as a 3-hour show. I look at it as 12, 10 to 12 minute segments. So you fill those segments with topics or guests or bits or whatever it may be. So like you have benchmarks, like every day there's around the SEC, every day there's Otter Locks, every day there's Tigers in the pros. So my 12 is now 9 every day that I have to fill. And on certain days I have benchmark guests as well. Like on Wednesday, I know I have Taylor Calandro, and I also do overrated, underrated. So that's 5 of my 12 already accounted for on Wednesdays before I even start. So you see, so it can bring that time down a little bit. As far as do I ever worry if there's not enough topics to fill the show, I absolutely loathe that idea. Not you, Brad, and there are people who bemoan the dog days of summer, and I am allergic to that phrase. I will never, could never, have never, ever said those words, because why in the world would I ever give my audience a reason not to listen? To say, oh, there's nothing going on. Because look, Brad, look at this past week. Look at what's happened just this past week. Jay Johnson keeps churning in the transfer portal with baseball. Not only did you pick up more players in the portal, but obviously Drew Bianco left. That's a storyline. In football, you had a 5-star from Louisiana pick Texas, and you've also now picked up a couple of commits in football. Not to mention the fact that you just had UCLA and USC shake the foundation of college baseball again. On top of that, you've got a boatload of LSU guys playing in Major League Baseball. Ooh. Then you've also... Ooh. Sorry. So, and then I could always go get guests and other... So, no, it's never slow. Like, it's just different. Like, when it's football season, every day we're talking football. Every single day we're talking. Like, it's rinse and repeat every day of the same general topic. Like, this time of year, you can brought out and do more stuff. It was actually fun. So, no, there's never once been a day, never once in 12 and a half years of AFR that I've ever opened the mic and went, don't know how I'm just going to get through a show today. Ever. Never. That's for lazy people. That's for lazy people who don't actually want to do show prep or be creative or are versatile enough to talk about darn near anything. Matt Lusto, what's up, Dad? Cajun. What about recruiting the state? Sarcasm, LOL. Yeah, I hear you, man. Yeah, but in fairness, look, I'm glad LSU is starting to land some of these recruits. I think it will sort of make it will quiet some of the chatter, but the concern about the top players in state persists, right? Jackson Howard is your top rated recruit. He's out of Minnesota. Mac Markway is your second highest rated recruit. He's out of Missouri. Dalen Austin's out of California. Joshua Mickens is out of Indiana. Trey Holly is your only Louisiana commit, the running back for Farmerville. Michael Doherty's out of Georgia. Ryan Yates is out of Texas. And Kyle Parker's out of Texas. So I get it. I mean, like, for the people who say, you got to get the players in state, and they're not doing that so far, that's fair. But maybe it's just going to take a while to get those relationships and get that rolling. Joey B19. Panda. Come see. Come here. Pandy poop. Come see. Panda. Come here. Panda. Come here. You want to see my lap? Oh. Come see Uncle Matt. Come see me. Come here. Nope. Okay. If you had to pick 2 road games to win, which ones would you pick? Auburn, Florida, Aggie, or Piggy? Auburn and Texas A&M. Chance Babb at LSU has a nice balance of national recruiters and Louisiana recruiters who will pay up down the road. I tend to agree with that, Chance. Top recruits. Where they're from doesn't matter to me. I'm down with that as well. I do think, though, you have got to, when you're in a state like Louisiana, you have got to take advantage of one of your greatest assets, which is you're in a talent-rich state. You got to get the best players to stay here. So They do have to work on that. That's fair. Wendell Norman, Alex Barnes, USFL had a great championship game last night. Hey, look, we're not just going to bark at people, okay? All right, we'll see you later. All right, you stay out there. All right. Shout out to Brock, y'all. Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, brortho.com. And, of course, Hudco Roofing, hudcoroofing.com. Do business with someone you know. Samuel Smith, Matt, looking at teams in the West, seems like it's very possible the Pels end up in the play-in. Even with all the hype, the West is stacked. Would love your opinion. So, Samuel, I did this at the end of last season. And when you looked at we looked at the Pels, this was before the play-in, so forgive me, I don't remember the numbers exactly. But we looked at their winning percentage once they had the new core, when they made the McCollum trade, when Ingram was healthy, right? We said, okay, how at that winning percentage over the course of 82, where would that put them? And if I'm not mistaken, it put them somewhere around the 5 or 6. So as I'm looking at it right now, Utah had 49 wins. I think this is right. Utah had 49 wins. They were 49-33. Denver was the 6. They were 48-34. Now remember, Utah just traded Rudy Gobert. So Utah and Quinn Snyder's no longer the coach. He left. So Utah may bump back this year. That may be an opportunity to jump. But Phoenix was far and away the best record at 64. And then Memphis was at 56. Golden State at 53. Dallas at 52. And then just 3 games behind at 49 were the Jazz. So really, you had this big clump from between Memphis and even Minnesota at 46, where Memphis and Minnesota, the 2nd through the 7th spots, were separated by 10 games. So, if is New Orleans 20 games better over the course of a full season with healthy Zion and full season with CJ McCollum? Are they 20 games better? Can they go from 36-46 to 56-26? Maybe. Then you're Memphis. Then you're the 2 seed. It's a big ask, but I think we forget just how bad they were. How bad they were at the beginning of the season when they were not healthy. All right, let's see. Where are we? Ty Fly, what's going on? F1 race was wild. Didn't watch it, man. Sorry. Brian Wynn, how many days till Jimbo and Saban face off at Media Days? They are not on the same day, unfortunately, but Media Days is 2 weeks from today. It begins. And if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, the schedule, Brian Kelly is LSU's the first day. Barry Day, Logan Mathern, 2 more commits today. Hey, Dad, good morning. All right, Dad said no hot dogs. All right, good deal. Brian Wynn, will E-Rock eat a hot dog on the 4th? There is no shot, Brian Wynn. Eric Hart, today is Colonel H. Taylor Small Batch Day in honor of telling those redcoats where to stick it. Just if you're going to do that, Eric, do not do it outside, man. It is way too hot to be drinking whiskey neat outside. If you're going to drink whiskey today outside, drink it in a whiskey cocktail. I know Taylor always recommends the, Jameson and ginger ale. Is that his thing? If you're going to drink whiskey today, make sure it's in a cocktail outside anyway. It's way too hot just to be sipping on whiskey when it's 100 degrees outside. Barry Day, would you trade Ingram, Jones, and Marshall and 3 number 1s for KD? I would, Barry. If you go back and watch yesterday's Morning Scone, Barry, the whole show was just about that question. Would you do the KD trade? I would, and I get it. I'm in a minority here, but I would do it. I think the objective here is to win championships, not just to win a bunch of games. And Durant, even at 33, is arguably the best player in the NBA, certainly the best scorer, arguably. And he makes you an immediate contender next year. So, yes, I would. I would do the deal. I don't know that the Pelicans are actually entertaining it. I get that fans aren't going to want it, but if you get freaking Kevin Durant on your team, oh my god. Melissa Odom, hey Matt, no day off, huh? Never. Melissa, this is episode 1563. We have never missed a day. Some people ask me, how long are you going to do this? I don't know. I don't feel like doing it anymore. Stephen, or y'all don't watch it anymore. Stephen Fry, Jess Valet. Oh, what's up, Jess? Good morning. Good morning, Jess. All right, no days off. You better believe it. Let's see. Someone drink for me today, please. Working. So I had the good fortune of meeting Jess at on our bourbon tour a couple of weeks ago down in New Orleans, and then when we did Scone and Tea on Wednesday, Exxon was having a big happy hour party. I mean, it was a bunch of people there from Exxon, so I got to see Jess there as well. Happy 4th. Stephen Fry. Let's see. Vernell Thomas. Good morning. Darren Gagnon. There's no such thing as downtime in sports anymore. Too much going on 24/7, 365. Bob Poole. Eric Hart. When in the hell did you get a dog? We don't have a dog, Eric. We are dog sitting for Erica's sister's family. So Panda and Ellie, their two Shih Tzus, are staying with us for the week while they're on vacation, which I'm happy to do. Happy to dog sit. Panda be like, nope. Yeah, she bounced. Aaron Hornsby, Kenneth Westbrook, Brian Penton. Good morning from Texas. All right, happy 4th of July. Jason Horn, he got the pits lit with Moscona on it. Beer day, yeah. Look, it's beer, or if you're into the hard seltzers, the High Noon, Happy Dad, White Claw, whatever your choice may be. Yeah, gotta be something cold. Margaritas, gotta be something cold by the pool. Ryan Amanda Gidry. Oh, we're replying to Ty Fly, who said hell no on the Durant trade. I get it. And look, I don't want to rehash the entire conversation because it was the whole show yesterday. So I'd recommend go back and listen to AFR. Or you can listen to, if you go back to Friday when Terrio was in studio, or in hour 3, probably around 5:30. We were looking up at the TV in studio, and ESPN, and Bobby Marks was in studio, and he was doing the trade machine thing on SportsCenter, and the trade that he was proposing was to the Pelicans. And so we did talk about it live as that was happening. And then yesterday, the whole show here, we basically just talked about that question. So if you want to get the whole opinion, and I get it, like fans are going to be emotional about it, but I think you have to think of things, if you're trying to think of things as a GM, as an administrator, you have to think of it more in terms of analytically instead of just emotionally. Like, let me put it to you this way. This is maybe the best explanation or example that I could give. Let's say so this is non-sports related, okay? I'm going to give you something that's non-sports related. I'm going to try. By the way, I love doing Morning Scone because sometimes I get to try this stuff out on you all to get feedback, to let me know. And if y'all like it, then it makes sense, and I'll sometimes bring the same stuff to AFR. So a lot of times y'all are like my hot take guinea pigs. Okay, so let's say hypothetically, you have a job and you really like your job. You work for good people. You live. Let's say you live in Baton Rouge, whatever. You work for good people. You like your job. Your family's here. Your kids are in school. All that stuff. They have friends. Everything. Well, you get a job offer in another place that's gonna triple your salary. You're gonna go from making $70K to $200,000, just hypothetically. Okay. That changes your life. It's an incredible opportunity. I mean, from the comfort you can afford your family, the money that you'd be able to save, maybe generationally, opportunities for your kids in college and different, right? All that stuff, like it, career-wise, opportunity for growth, everything, right? I mean, it's an incredible opportunity, but the trade-off is you gotta leave your friends and you have to leave your home and your kids have to leave their school and there's trade-offs, right? So that's kind of the position that I think if you're David Griffin that you're in right now. Like you love where you are. You love what you've built. You love this young core. You feel like you can win with this and be very successful with this. But how do you ignore the franchise-altering potential of adding a Kevin Durant? You know what I mean? So I think that's kind of where it is. So sometimes I think it's on, Schwarber. Ooh, mic'd up Schwarber. Anyway, so does that make, what do y'all think? Like, I think that's where, and there may not be like a wrong answer. I mean, maybe you take the high-paying job, you move, and you hate the job, and now your family's moved and it doesn't work. But then you'd always wonder if you didn't take it, what if sort of thing. You know, should I have done that? I think you can be happy. It's just like either way. It's just what's your end game. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that. Keenberry and Strongside, what's up, man? Dat Cage and Dustin Blanchard, Shelby Kelly, Bland's High West, and Zacapa last night. Good times. No one lost Jason Pierre-Paul, and no one lost Jason. I think you mean no one Jason Pierre-Paul themselves. Good. That's good to know. Bland's High West and Zacapa. Which High West did you have, Shelby? I'm curious. Dat Cage and let's see, Azan, what's the biggest difference from your perspective? Oh, I already read that one. Tim Gotro. Are you concerned with the return of Musso? Missed drops will return after 420. Last week there weren't many. Musso's going to do fine, man. Some time off does everybody good. Keaton Berry and let's see. Brennan, Cardell, Thomas, and Emory will lead LSU to a dominant, eye-opening season, and the wins will make the boosters cut checks and bring big-time players. So Keaton, Cardell Thomas is not even likely a starter on this team. And I don't think Miles Brennan's going to end up being your starting quarterback. I think it's going to be Jade Daniels. So I do think John Emery will have a good season, but I did not need to see that. So I got picks from the Otter yesterday, and the only loss was an Astros-Dodgers moneyline parlay, and the Dodgers were up 1-0 going the ninth, and Craig Kimber blew the save, and SportsCenter just showed a graphic. It said the Dodgers were 3-350 all time against the Padres at home when leading in the ninth. So basically, they'd only blown 3 games at home against the Padres all time when leading in the ninth. They blew it yesterday. So it messed up our 2-leg parlay. All right, Duval, thoughts on Sugar Bowl moving to 11 a.m. on December 31st? Yeah, it stinks, man. But so for those that haven't seen it, the Sugar Bowl is moving because of, I think that's right, Duval. I say because of Monday Night Football. And I'm fine with that, by the way. And first of all, good on the Sugar Bowl for being a good partner. Because that's what like the Rose Bowl has been unwilling to do, is move off their slot. And the Sugar Bowl is willing to do it in that sense because they're being a good partner. And it's not the first time that we've seen that. That we've seen them move kick time on the Sugar Bowl and date as well. Like you said, that's the first time they've played prior to Jan 1. I mean, we've seen them play Jan 2 and 3. We've seen them play later. So anyway, it's fine. I mean, would you love to see it on New Year's night like it's been in that traditional spot? Yes, but it's not, and it's 1 year, and it's a one-off, and it's okay. What's the story with the Creighton pitcher? Did he transfer, or is he waiting on the draft? So, he's basically what all these other guys are doing, is he's waiting to see what happens with the draft. So, as far as whether or not he's enrolled in school, I don't know if he enrolled at LSU yet or if he's waiting until the fall to enroll, which would make sense. Like, why would you come and enroll during the summer? Most guys during the summer are out playing, playing in their collegiate summer leagues or Wood-Bat leagues or whatever. So I doubt very seriously that I can't remember if I asked. It's Dylan Tabrock is who you're talking about. I can't remember if I asked him that when he was on AFR. But my guess is he will be here in the fall. He'll wait till the draft, see what happens. If he doesn't like a slot, then he'll show up for fall. Panda ain't happy. That's funny. It's a panda emoji. Shelby Kelly, root beer alone is criminally underrated. Throw some blue vanilla in there and it's amazing. I'll agree with that, Shelby. I do like a good root beer float. DA Matt, watched a video on an Asian pitcher who committed to LSU. Video was a month old. Didn't know him. Goes by MJ. I think. Any insight on him? I'm not sure who you're talking about. You'd have to give me a name. Trivia Carter, good morning. I'll always be here. Who dat talking? Did you see Michael Thomas running routes on his IG story? I did not. But thanks for the heads up. I'll go check that out. Drama, good to see you. Joey B, you've been realistic about what success would look like in Brian Kelly's first season. What would you say is failure? 6-6? Yes. Because if you go 6-6, you're going to lose home games that I believe you should have no business ever losing if they end up 6-6. So, even if you lose your 4 road SEC games, okay, you lose to Auburn, Florida, Arkansas, A&M. If you lose those 4, you'd have to have 2 more losses somewhere in there. You either lose to both the Mississippi schools, you lose to Tennessee in one of the Mississippi schools, you lose to Florida State in Tennessee, but beat the Mississippi schools. Either way, or you drop that late November game against UAB. Like, if you're at 6-6, you're losing games you should never have any business losing, and that's a problem. I think they exist in the zone between 7-5 and 9-3, and I think they fall in the middle. I think they go 8-4. I think I'm pretty well settled on that. If Vegas has their win total at 7.5, or 7, I'm gonna confidently take the over. Because I do think they're going to beat Florida State in the opener. I do think they're going to win that game. You win that one, you win your other 3 non-conference games that put you at 4. Can you go 4-4 in the league? Even if you lose your road games, you lose to Bama, you lose your road games to Florida, Auburn, and A&M. Can you win a road game at Arkansas, a home game against Tennessee, and 2 home games against the Mississippi schools? If the answer is yes, then you're 8-4. Merrick Mathern, what happened to Hershey? Hershey is staying. So Hershey is Erica's other. So Erica has 2 sisters. Lauren has Hershey. Jennifer has Panda and Ellie. So Hershey is with Lauren's in-laws, her husband's parents, and so we got Panda and Ellie this time. So I don't think that they've. I'm trying to think. I don't think that Jennifer. I don't know if they've left Panda and Ellie before. Or maybe they've had someone come house sit with the dogs before. I don't know. Anyway, this is our first time keeping Panda and Ellie. I mean, we know Panda and Ellie, obviously. They're in the family, but it's the first time we've kept them. As always, I'll shout out to Brock, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. Oh, let me do this as well for the 4th of July.
When you need a roof, call someone you know. Scone, Ontario.
All you need is HUD.
Call HUD Roofing. 364-1007.
Yeah, Hutco Roofing, HutcoRoofing.com. Do business with someone you know. Smash that like button. Thanks for watching Keaton Berrien. LSU's going 10-2. Keaton, I'm ready for a wager if you want it, man. But last time I made a wager like that, the coward owes me $500. Has tucked his tail and hid for the last 4 years. Carly Cat, what's good? Over under on chestnuts. I don't know, Carl. I'm not so much interested in that hot dog eating contest anymore. Kobayashi was a freak show and kind of got everybody interested initially, and then when he finally was beaten by Chestnut. It was interesting, but I'm just not. It's like we've seen it. It only becomes interesting again if and or when someone challenges Joey Chestnut. Kirk, the whole moving for the high-paying job, it sucks. I can relate. I get you, Kirk, but some people, it's great. You know? Shelby, the cheap High West, it was a potluck of sorts. Gotcha. So double rye, but double rye is great. I tell people, man, like, you want a good $35 rye? High West double rye is in that mix. I mean, it's a really, really good $35 rye. Let's see, Hunter Fournette. I sure hope Daniels can actually sling it versus what we saw in the spring game, because I've seen the mobile QB at LSU who couldn't pass. It was miserable. Hashtag Nussbus. I'm fascinated by the people who are so enamored by Garrett Nussmeier. My feel here, Hunter, is that you're only intrigued by what you don't know. Because we saw Garrett Nussmeier last year against Arkansas, and he was awful. Like, I mean, LSU should have won that game and would have won that game had Ed Ogeron not, cracked down his pants and punted Max Johnson after a series in that game, just because he was trying to keep another kid happy. Nussmeier was atrocious in that football game. So I don't know why I don't understand why it's just human nature. Like, you're going to be more intrigued with what you don't know. But I'm not saying the kid can't get better, won't improve, won't be good. But we've seen nothing there to suggest yet that he's ready to go be a star. So again, I'm not saying he won't ever be. But this insistence from a portion of the LSU fan base that Garrett Nussmeier is going to win the job and going to be awesome, it's rooted in nothing logical. All right, MJ Sal, pitcher for 2024. Okay, yeah, I don't know 2024, guys. How Brian Kelly and staff do recruiting 225-337-504 this year. So far, not great, Trey, but there's time. Matt Lusto, best root beer float in the world. Frost Stop on Airline in Laplace. I'll fight over that. No need to fight. You can enjoy your best root beer float wherever you want. I think it's pretty simple though. You pour root beer in a glass and put a scoop of ice cream. I mean, it's not really that complicated, but you got it, man. No need to fight over root beer floats. That's what's wrong with the world. People fighting over root beer floats. A couple more here. Let's see. Cade Brandon, if you're a betting man, what's the record this year? I think 8-4. First name Panda, middle name Pandemonium. Got it. Eric Wilder out of Morning Scone from sunny Lake Tahoe, where it's 43 degrees. Oh my God. What scares me about Durant is nothing is stopping him from requesting another trade in 2 years, and we've completely reset again. That is completely understandable. And he can request a trade, but you don't have to grant it. Just like the Nets don't have to grant his trade request right now. But that's fair. Palermo Trapani. Alabama Notre Dame played on New Year's Eve 1973 for the AP National Championship. Bama was 11-0, won the UPI. Notre Dame 10-0. ND won 24-23. Won the AP, which is not awarded till the bowl season was complete. Were you just giving an example of when the Sugar Bowl was not played on New Year's Day? Got it. All right. Yeah, I mean that was 70. That was Ara Parsegian, right? In 73. I think that was. Was that the Rudy team? RD, the real mayonnaise kid. I watched the video on the baseball commit as well. It was day in the life. Him or his friend at a huge indoor practice building. Wow, guy came over to the house, stretched him out after. Okay. Carl the Cat, wondering if this is Colucci and Ott got the odds for that. Oh, for Nathan's Famous. I don't know. Matt Lusto, double rye, pinhook, affordable, earthy deliciousness. Very, very, very true. Pinhook rye, High West double rye, of course Sazerac rye, All great rye whiskeys that you can get for less than $40 if you want to start dabbling in rye. All are great. Neat rocks, cocktails. Ooh, there's that Formula One wreck, whoever that guy was talking about. Oh, God, that's terrifying. Ooh. That's where you wonder, like, how does someone walk away from that? That's incredible. Ooh. Oh, my God. All right, y'all. Let's see. We might be just about done here. I did see Brian Penton. Did you see Bianco's going to Houston instead of Ole Miss? I did. Drew Bianco's going to Houston. So Terrio and Rugeron missed it. Always the danger of trying to break news, y'all. You better have. So I don't know the story there. I don't know what happened, but yeah, like 3 weeks ago, Terrio and Rance both on AFR. Well, they nailed it that Bianco was going to the portal. They had that, but they said he was going to go play for his dad at Ole Miss. Clearly, so. I mean, maybe it was Ole Miss won the national championship, but and they don't have a spot to waste. I don't know. Darren, Cliff's Notes opinion on how the O-line is shaping up for 2022. Yeah, so I think you've got to get, if Will Campbell is solid at left tackle, your only real question, your big question is, do you have anyone that can play center? And that's a big question, but Charles Turner was not great there in the spring, and so do you start to cross-train guys there? The transfer you got, Tremont Shorts, maybe you try to cross-train him at center. That's kind of your. It's a big question, but that's your big question remaining. Garrett Dellinger didn't practice in the spring. He's back. He could probably play one of the guard spots for you. You got some options. Miles Frazier can start for you at right tackle. You got a bunch of guys that got experience last year. I think you have bodies. Brad Davis just needs to get the guys in the right spots. But center, I think, is your biggest question if Will Campbell has answered left tackle. Aaron Hornsby, 8-4 works for me this year. Go Tigers. You know what's funny, Aaron? Everyone says that in July, but when you actually lose the game in September, October, November, boy, it's a freaking melt. Samuel, your thoughts on MLB using robotic umps for the plate? I'm for it. I've said that forever. I want robo-umps. We have the technology to do it. Why continue to factor in the human factor of human error? I don't need it. We should do the same for fair and foul. You could very easily have a laser pointing down the line and up the foul poles that could let you know if balls are fair or foul. There's no reason to ever get those wrong. Jason Horn. Oh, snap. Dwayne the loser. Yes, Dwayne from Thibodeau still owes me $500. Oh, well, and Panda and Ellie's mom is watching. All right, hang on, Jay. Hang on. I'm guessing that's for the girls. Hang on. Say M-O-M-M-Y, because then you'll think she's in here. She's not. Okay. Here's the girlies. Good morning. Say good morning, everybody. Oh, you give me a kiss? Okay. This is Ellie Mae, and this is Panty Poop. Okay. All right. Y'all missed the... Oh, Panda's trying to jump down. Y'all missed the last couple days. They sat on my lap for the whole show. What? I thought you were trying to get down. You want to get up? Panda. What? They're just going to go fight now. They're doing great, Jay. Panda last night I was in bed. It was like midnight, and Panda was like barking in the bed, and Erica couldn't figure out what she wanted. It didn't wake me up. Erica came and woke me up. She's like, I don't know what to do. She had to go number 2, basically. I had to take her outside, put her in the yard, so she went number 2. And she was fine. Huh? Huh, Pandy Poop? Huh? Ellie Mae. Hi, Ellie. This is a snuggle bunny right here. This little girl just wants to be snuggled all day long, huh? 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 He just wants to be snuggled all day long, huh? You want to say hi? Huh? You say hi? Good morning. Oh, so sweet. So sweet. So sweet. Let's see. Jason Horn. Can't believe he disappeared. Wait, yes, again. All right, Ty Fly, later. Have a great day. All right, any more? Hunter Lem, good morning. Oh, cute pups. Edward O, got the craps. Are you anticipating big commits today? Look, I mean, I know there's two more guys that are in the mix, that LSU's in the mix for. I think maybe are already silently committed that are supposed to pop today. So yeah, it should be a real good day. Y'all go follow Sherman Wilson. If you don't follow him on Twitter, he's at iRecruitDaboot, DABOOT. And he's one of LSU's recruiting staff members, like a non-coaching staff, like non-on-field staff member. And he tweeted last night. Sherman tweeted. He tweeted last night. Ready for the fireworks tomorrow? # more rain with a tiger emoji and a picture of Tiger Stadium. So when you're recruiting specialists on staff, is basically giving you a heads up that they're getting more commitments today. They're getting more commitments today. So it should be a good day. All right. Thanks, Uncle Matt. You're the best doggy uncle. Not only dog uncle, but like real life uncle as well. Like I'm so much better than Uncle James. I don't know if he's watching right now, but if Uncle James is with y'all watching, just be sure to remind Uncle James who is the best real life, like kid uncle and dog uncle, for sure. Hey, Pandy Poop. Panda has decided that Drew's fidget toys are going to be her chew toys. Here you go, Pandy. Pandy. Oh, look who's back. Look who came back. Ellie Mae. Could you hear Drew? Erica. I do that to Erica all the time. I go, Erica. That's how Drew started to imitate it. It's funny. All right. Arthur Blanchard spoke to Ron Richmond last week. Came inspected my roof. Very professional, working with insurance, hopefully to get your business. Hey, man. Arthur, thank you, by the way. Of course, Ron works with us at HUDCO. I'll tell you all this much, man. Ron Richmond has pulled off plum miracles. Like roofs that I never thought an insurance company would buy. Like that he's gotten the insurance adjuster to buy the roof. Even like State Farm, who never, like State Farm's universal policy is deny. They just don't ever buy roofs. It's incredible. He's actually gotten roofs bought from State Farm before. It's incredible. So yes, if anybody can do it for you, Arthur, you're in really good hands there. No State Farm, pun intended, but that's all State. You're in good hands with Ron. Hey, is somebody jealous? Somebody jealous? Come here, Pandy, come here. Come see, Panda. Come here. Nope. And that Ellie's just going about that. Oh, Ellie Mae. Okay. All right. We might be just about done. Done. Jerry DeLucky, what's good, man? Just finished 4th of July morning walk. All right. But get it in. All right. I think we're just about done. It was 10:20. Okay. Y'all have a great 4th of July. Sunshiny and beautiful right now. There you go. And hopefully, we'll probably dodge some showers because we dodge showers every day. But hopefully, it's a great day, beautiful weather. Y'all enjoy. And I do have to give a big hat tip as well, not only to our founding fathers, but also to the Ott father, Jimmy Ott, who this week on Otterlocks was absolutely in fuego. And I'm trying to convince him to put his daily picks on Twitter, but he said he don't want to deal with the Twitter idiots who, when he has a 1-4 day, crush him. So I'm like, all right, well. Anyway. All right, I think we're done. Y'all have an awesome day. Peace.